Hello, everybody, and welcome. Let's get right into it. Not going to waste any time here. We are actually mid tag team, women's tag team title match. Candice LeRae making the tag. Candice is now the legal woman in the match. Andy gets sent shoulder first into the post by Cargo, but Cargo gets caught with a missile drop kick from LeRae. Here comes the EST, Bianca Belair. And now chop blocks the back of the knee. An eye for an eye. Payback. Oh no, this isn't where you want to be. Oh my. DDT suplex. And that's going to do it. This one's all over. Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill are still the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. I was trying to get all my social media stuff posted before we went live, so that's why I didn't quite get this first match in, all of it. I'm thinking I want to go back and re-record it and record commentary for it. I don't know. We have 5 matches on the card tonight. Despite that, even though it says it's going to like 5 o'clock, I think it's like 4 or 5 o'clock. Not sure about that one, but you know. Yeah, it still says there's like gonna be like 5 hours. They're planning to have this. I guess they're gonna do like a coronation of the king and queen. I guess there's gonna be a throne like it used to be, hopefully. And still the women's tag team champions, Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. And there's still so much more to come. This is only just the beginning. This is only just a taste of what's to come tonight at King and Queen of the Ring. I just want to thank you guys all for being here with me today. Everybody who's joining me this afternoon. It's been an interesting week to say the least. I almost overslept this morning. But luckily, I got my ass out of bed so that we could do this today. I did not want to miss this event. It's going to be a good one. Just for Randy Orton Gunther alone, I'm here for it. Just for the King of the Ring tournament, I'm here for it. Don't get me wrong. I'm hyped as fuck to see the main event. Don't get me wrong. I'm hyped. But it's going to be a fun match to call. I'll tell you that. It's definitely going to be a fun match to call. And that's what I look forward to. The fun matches that I get to call. That's the type of shit I look forward to. All right. I mean, I'm just trying to check social media, making sure everything's going up properly, everything's working, people are seeing shit. Cool. All right. We are just under 8 minutes away. Just under 8 minutes away. I want to thank you all for being here with me. Let's just. I'm gonna take a little bit and then we'll get started. All right, we are back. We are back. It's time. It is time. We're going to find out who are going to be the king and queen of the ring here in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. And it's coming up next. King and Queen of the Ring premium live event coming to you from the Jeddah Superdome. This is the major port city of Jeddah here at Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. We are live from the Jeddah Superdome. It is the king and queen of the ring. Sunny skies, endless beauty here. We've been here all week and enjoying the views, enjoying the beaches. And it all comes down to this. We will, by the end of tonight, we will have guaranteed king and queen of the ring who will have earned a shot at a world championship at SummerSlam. And we hear is the American Nightmare arriving at the Jeddah Superdome. The undisputed WWE champion has his hands full with this man, Logan Paul the Maverick, who is the United States champion, who weaseled his way out of defending his U.S. championship in this match. And Logan Paul claims he will win tonight. And a 14-time, talk about world champion, a 14-time world champion, the Viper, the Apex Predator, Randy Orton, looks to add King of the Ring to his long list of accolades here in the WWE. But there's one man who's going to prevent that from happening. Will he be the King General? The Ring General Gunther, will he become the King of the Ring? But we have that Queen of the Ring coming up too, as Nia Jax, the irresistible force, has been unstoppable on Friday Night SmackDown. Now looks to be and now Lyra Valkyria, who's had a huge start on Monday Night Raw since being drafted a month ago, has had a rocket ship strapped to her, and she's been riding the wave. And who will earn title shots at SummerSlam? And we are live in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. Welcome everyone to the sold out Jeddah Superdome. We are looking at the sold out Jeddah Superdome here in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. It is time for King and Queen of the Ring. For weeks, we've had these brackets come down to the final two for the King of the Ring and the Queen of the Ring tournaments. But we're not going to waste any time getting into some action as the Women's World Heavyweight Championship is on the line. She is the Women's World Champion, Becky Lynch. She is going to give it everything she's got. She does not want Liv Morgan to continue her revenge tour and have it end as Women's World Champion. She's going to stop the disrespect. There's one thing we know about Becky Lynch. She does not like to take disrespect from anybody. And she has to defend her title. And what will sure to be an interesting match between this new version of Liv Morgan, who we haven't gotten to see too much in the ring. We haven't really seen all of what is this new evil side, this new dark side to Liv Morgan. Becky Lynch makes zero excuses. She will give it everything she's got. She won a battle royal to win the women's world title. And I am Hype the Commentator, and I am happy to be here for the King and Queen of the Ring premium live event. It is electric here in the Jeddah Superdome. Since they didn't tear the roof off last night, they're sure as hell gonna tear the roof off this place tonight when we crown a King and Queen of the Ring. We have title matches tonight. And it is going to be one heck of a night where new champions may be born. New contenders will be made for the championships, as well as on top of becoming King and Queen of the Ring. And speaking of title matches, Becky Lynch is in the ring as she awaits this woman, the challenger. The Liv Morgan Revenge Tour continues here in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, and it may end with her as champion with a few extra pounds of gold. It could very well be the case for Liv Morgan, but that is no easy challenge. That's easier said than done when it comes to the champion being the man Becky Lynch, who won the first women's main event at WrestleMania, back at WrestleMania 35, defeating Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey to become the now defunct SmackDown and Raw women's world champions, And now going forward, Becky Lynch once again with gold over her shoulder in front of a sold out Jeddah Superdome. This is sure to be a great way to kick off King and Queen of the Ring. Referee Daphne LaShawn gonna call this one. That's what it's all about. It's all about that women's world championship. This is a huge opportunity for Liv Morgan. And the reason we're even in this predicament right now is because of the challenger, Liv Morgan, the one who took out Rhea Ripley, injuring Ripley's shoulder, forcing her to relinquish the women's world championship. And now she's going to take out Becky Lynch, or at least she looks to take out Becky Lynch, but that's no easy task. Liv has quite the task at hand as she's going to end her revenge tour as champion. But even still, the revenge tour doesn't end for Liv Morgan until she finally takes out Rhea Ripley and gets a victory over her. But we don't know when that will be. But here we go. The match is underway. Great standing switch by Becky as she drives Liv Morgan on the mat. Liv Morgan has been champion. In fact, she's cashing in her Money in the Bank on Ronda Rousey, the baddest woman on the planet. So that's a pretty big deal for Liv Morgan. But let's not take anything away from Becky Lynch, who has a victory over Ronda Rousey in her own right. In fact, over two of the very best that the WWE Women's Division had at the time, in Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey back at WrestleMania 35 in the main event, where Becky Lynch would leave as both the SmackDown and Raw Women's Champions. And Becky Lynch is in control. Becky Lynch is 7-time Women's Champion and going to look in to show just why she's been champion so many times. Becky Lynch is in control. Liv Morgan rolls to the outside onto the floor. If you're Liv Morgan, you got to be wondering, what do I have to do to take out Becky Lynch? Becky Lynch went to the outside towards Liv. Liv went for it. Becky ducked, and now Becky's still in control. But if you're Liv Morgan, you've really got to fight through this. You've got to figure out Becky's game plan, watch her moves, watch where you think she's going to go, and then block her right then and there. You can learn a lot about your opponent just by watching them. And the champion now on the receiving end of going head first right into the ring apron. And now Becky Lynch, huge uppercuts to Liv Morgan and a kick to the midsection. And Liv Morgan, not where she wants to be, sweeps the leg of Becky. Becky falls right on her back, and the way her head thudded off the mat, absolutely devastating. And Liv Morgan gonna roll Becky Lynch for the cover, hooks the legs. Could this be it? And it's only enough for a 2 count. Let's take a look at this, where Becky Lynch had her legs swept from under her. And this is exactly what Liv Morgan needs. She needs to stay on the attack as much as possible to break down the champion. That's the best way she can do, the best opportunity for her to leave Jeddah, Saudi Arabia as the champion. And Liv Morgan being told that she needs to back off. She doesn't want to get disqualified. There is a champion's advantage. So in case of a disqualification or a count out, Becky Lynch will leave as champion. And Liv Morgan able to turn the tides once again as she continues her attack on Becky Lynch, stalking her like prey, taking her time, slowing this thing down. Look at this. Becky Lynch's arms are caught in the ropes. Meanwhile, Liv Morgan pulling all the way back on the neck of Lynch, blocking the airway of the champion. And now drop kick to Becky Lynch, whose throat was on the middle rope. Hooks the leg, goes to the cover. We not a new champion. Nope. And Becky Lynch able to kick out of 2. You know, it's going to take a lot more than that to keep Becky Lynch down. But what is a smart strategy from Liv Morgan is every time she goes for a pinfall, Becky Lynch has to exhaust energy to kick out. And now a huge punt to the midsection of Becky Lynch. Going to go after those ribs. It'll make it hard to breathe for Becky Lynch if the rib cage of the champion is destroyed. And that's just the dangerous side we've seen of Liv Morgan. She can be very ruthless. And now setting Lynch to the ropes. And Lynch gets the boot up. And now a back elbow. Oh, gets caught. The legs are swept once again of Lynch face first in the top turnbuckle. And again, going for the cover. And Becky Lynch has to exhaust more energy to kick out at 2. Constant covers forcing Becky Lynch to kick out, forcing her to exhaust energy that she didn't want to have to use, that she wanted to save for offense. But that's the thing. When you're the champion, you have to be able to play both offense and defense. And right now, Becky Lynch seems to be struggling on the defensive side of things, because just when you think Becky Lynch has got it, Liv Morgan's able to turn things around, and Becky Lynch is having a hard time with countering. And she keeps getting her legs swept right from under her. And Liv Morgan has control of that shoulder of Lynch. Much like Liv Morgan broke the shoulder of Rhea Ripley, damaging her shoulder. The same could very well be for the champion here, Becky Lynch, who's trying to get back up to her feet. Can she do it? And she's back up, and now she needs to break free. Great arm drag counter. Now there's that defense, and now Becky Lynch is back on the offense. But counters, these two going tit for tat, and now once again countering, but jumps up and over, rolls through. Becky Lynch sent face first, top turnbuckle, has the roll up on Lynch, but this time Liv Morgan gets launched face first into the top turnbuckle, and this is not where you want to be. And a double clothesline, both women thinking the same thing. This is a huge critical moment in this matchup. Both women are down. Who's going to get back up to their feet first and take control? And the crowd, the WWE Universe trying here in Jeddah, trying to rally behind these women, getting them back up to their feet. Becky Lynch, the first one back up to her feet. She uses the ropes to keep herself up before she can get full strength back in her legs. And that's what happens as the exhaustion builds up. You're tired. Your legs are tired. It's hard to move, but you still go anyways. And a forearm. And now these two trading rights back and forth, center of the ring, going tit for tat. Who wants it more? This is where things really start to pick up. This is where you see who wants it, who doesn't have the wherewithal to pull through. And right now, Becky Lynch is back up and back in control. If you're Liv Morgan, this is exactly what she wanted to avoid. And right now, she's not where she wants to be. And a backsploder suplex. But Liv Morgan's smart strategy rolls to the outside onto the floor. And this allows her some time to recover. But Becky Lynch not going to waste any more time with a baseball slide right on the money of Liv Morgan. And Becky Lynch on the ring apron with a huge right nails Liv Morgan on the ground. And Becky Lynch gets Liv Morgan back in the ring. Gonna go high risk, high reward as she heads up to the top. This could be a huge turning point, but once again, Liv sweeps the leg, but Lynch able to hold on and stay on the top turnbuckle. And Liv needs to slow things down. Becky has a bit of a faster pace. Liv Morgan likes a slower pace. She likes to break down her opponent limb from limb. And that's what this revenge tour has been all about. Becky Lynch up at the top. Liv stunned. Missile drop kick takes out Morgan. This could be it. Becky hooks the leg, goes to the cover to retain, but Liv Morgan kicks out at 2. Becky Lynch can't believe it. She thought that one might have done it. That one was a picture-perfect missile drop kick and even hooked the leg. Not as deep of a hook as she would have liked or she could have gone for. But nonetheless, this match continues. And now looking for a disarmer, but Liv Morgan rolls through, turns it into a cover. That could be it. Nope. Becky Lynch kicks out. Looking again for that disarmer. And a right from Liv Morgan breaks free, but it seems some damage has already been done to the arm of Morgan. And Morgan, double knees. Catches Lynch. And this could do it to win the Women's World Championship. And a kick out at 2. We are approaching the deep waters of this one. This is where you find out what these two women are made of. Who has the wherewithal, who has grit, and who wants to be the women's world champion. Sometimes it's not so much about the strength you have physically, it's about the strength you have mentally that'll take you beyond your opponent to become the world champion, to be at the top. As Becky hooks the leg, goes to the cover once again. Liv Morgan finds her way out of it at 2. And Becky Lynch is feeling it. She's got Liv Morgan right where she wants her. As she heads up to the top, this could potentially be a big blow for Liv Morgan from the top. Morgan gets out of harm's way, springs up, and now a missile drop kick of her own. And now sends Becky across the ring with that one. Hooks the leg. This one could do it. And Lynch finds the wherewithal to continue. It's about having that fighting spirit. That's what it means to be a champion. When you're a champion, you give it everything you've got. You know you have to pull out all the stops. Especially when you have an opponent who knows your weak points like Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan gets caught. Perhaps thinking Oblivion. Becky Lynch caught it. Scouted it. 2 and no. Liv Morgan able to kick out at 2. Great counter to that Oblivion from Becky Lynch. And Liv Morgan. Let's take a look at this one more time. Went for Oblivion. Becky Lynch scouted it. And then turned it into an inverted DDT. Hooked both legs. But only enough for a 2 count. And this is a big turning point. Liv Morgan thought that was a huge opportunity, and Becky Lynch was able to scout it and get out of harm's way. And it's the women's world champion who's on fire, looking for a man-handle slam, but gets countered. Roll up. 1, 2, and now Becky Lynch counters with a roll up of her own. Liv kicks out again, went for a boot. Liv Morgan sidestepped with a running knee, takes out Lynch. Lynch is down, goes for the cover, hooking the leg. Oh! And Becky Lynch able to kick out at 2. And now you can see Liv Morgan's face. The emotions are running deep. What does Liv Morgan have to do? Does Liv Morgan have what it takes to beat Becky Lynch? She has to stay as calm as she possibly can if she wants to win this one, if she wants to be the women's world champion. And she's smiling. That sinister look in her eyes. That sinister smile. Now toying with Becky. Becky with a right, and now a right from Morgan, and a right from Morgan, and again, Morgan taking control, and Lynch blocks this time, double underhook, turns it into an arm bar. This is a brilliant strategy. Has Liv Morgan right where she wants her, center of the ring. Liv Morgan turns it into a cover, and now a reversal and a submission. Both arms are trapped. Becky Lynch is trapped in the submission center of the ring with nowhere to go. Becky Lynch turns it into a cover. And now a great pin combination counter. And now once again, Liv Morgan has it locked in. Both arms are locked. Becky Lynch writhing in pain. And the shoulder of Morgan going right into the midsection of Lynch. And now breaks free. Lynch looking for the disarmer. There it is. Becky Lynch, the disarmer. Submission on Liv Morgan. How much does Liv Morgan have left in the tank? Does she have enough to break free? Does she have enough? What is this? What is Dominik Mysterio doing here? What in the world? And Dominik Mysterio here at ringside. Becky Lynch telling Dominik Mysterio to go. Becky Lynch wants nothing to do with Dirty Dom. And Liv Morgan gets caught. Oh, but turned it into a double knees. Went for a man-handle slam. Double knees. Lynch is stunned. 2. Oh, and Lynch near fall. Liv Morgan took advantage of the distraction from Dirty Dominik Mysterio. But it wasn't enough to keep down Becky Lynch. Liv Morgan thought that distraction might have done it, but it wasn't enough, and now Liv Morgan needs to stay on the attack. And now Liv Morgan heads up to the top. And Rhea Ripley was forced to relinquish the championship. And Liv the cause of that. And now Becky Lynch, the one who benefited from it, with a huge superplex. Both women are down. Can the champion finish the job, or will we crown a new women's champion? And now Dom with a steel chair. He wants Becky to use the steel chair. And now Dom arguing with the ref. Liv Morgan with a DDT to Lynch on the chair. Dom, get off the ring. And Daphne, not like this. And Liv Morgan has done it. Liv Morgan is the women's world champion. Once again, Liv Morgan, for the second time in her career, can call herself a champion. She is the new women's world champion with the assistance of Dirty Dominic Mysterio. Dominic Mysterio saying he was going to prevent this from happening. And now Liv Morgan has her hands on the women's world title. Becky Lynch is no longer the champion. Becky Lynch is distraught. She doesn't know what to think. She thought she had this one earlier on. And then Dominic Mysterio would come out to distract Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch would then, lose some of her focus that she had in the disarmament of. Pay attention to Dominic Mysterio when she went for the manhandle slam, double knees, and then went for the cover and hooked the leg, but Becky Lynch able to kick out at 2.5. Dominic Mysterio then sent in a chair for Becky Lynch to use against Liv Morgan. And then Dominic Mysterio arguing with the referee. And then a planted DDT. Becky Lynch face first and to the chair. And then that's what's set up for Oblivion, which hooked the legs and making Liv Morgan now a 2-time women's champion. And tonight, Liv Morgan took full advantage of it. Dominic Mysterio can't believe what he just let happen. Becky Lynch can't believe what just happened. Liv Morgan with a smile on her face leaves Jeddah, Saudi Arabia as the new women's world heavyweight champion with a smile on her face as she is getting ready to celebrate. Liv Morgan is indeed in her revenge tour era. And it continues with some extra weight in the form of gold of the Women's World Heavyweight Championship. All right, everybody. What a first match to open up the show. I'm sorry to hear that, Sour Fries. Really unfortunate. I can't show my screen because I don't want to get in trouble. And Peacock is literally $5 a month. So I do apologize. If you feel that way, that you will unsub, then I will not share my screen. I will not get in trouble. You're just not my kind of person if you're just wanting to subscribe. You're not the kind of viewer I want. I'm just going to be straight up with you. I don't need that. I don't need that toxic BS in my community, not my corner of the internet. I don't think so. We are back here in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia for the King and Queen of the Ring. Let's get a closer look at how these three and how this all came about for the Intercontinental Championship. Sami Zayn, Chad Gable, and Big Bronson Reed. All right, let's take a little bit of a commercial break. All right, here we go. It is time. It is Intercontinental title action time. And a man who's made this very personal. And Chad Gable. And alongside him, Maxxine Dupri. Damn, that voice crack. I don't have enough water. Maxxine Dupri and Otis. Oh, Maxine Dupree being sent to the back by Chad Gable. She had her opportunity to help out. To help out Gable. She had it on Raw and she messed it up. She messed it up. Simple as that. But Otis. This is why let's talk about why it's personal for Gable. It is personal for Chad Gable because he wanted to win the Intercontinental Championship in front of his family. He trained Sami for WrestleMania. He trained Sami Zayn for it. And then Sami Zayn ended up defeating Gunther. And the deal was Chad Gable got an Intercontinental title opportunity after Sami Zayn won. But unfortunately, Chad Gable fell short to Sami Zayn. And what was one heck of a match, Sami Zayn able to retain in Montreal in front of his family, defeating Chad Gable. Chad Gable desperately wanted the opportunity, but there's been a change in heart in Chad Gable and Otis. It seems that Otis is trying to figure out which way he's going on that too. That chant used to be for another wrestling US Olympian. And talk about big. Here comes Big Bronson Reed. We talked about things being personal when it comes to Chad Gable. Well, let's talk about why this isn't personal with Big Bronson Reed. Big Bronson Reed has made it abundantly clear that this is all about the title. He wants nothing to do with Sami Zayn. He could care less about the man that is Sami Zayn. He could give less of a damn about Chad Gable. It is about adding some extra gold, making his mark in WWE, and becoming the Intercontinental Champion. That is the Workhorse Championship. And Big Bronson Reed wants to add the Intercontinental Championship to his accolades and be added to the list of some of the very greatest of all time, much of the likes of Shawn Michaels, Razor Ramon. The longest reigning Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion of all time in Gunther. And speaking of Gunther, here comes the man who defeated Gunther at WrestleMania for the Intercontinental Championship. And here he is, the Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion, Sami Zayn. The fans here in Jeddah, the WWE Universe, and the Jeddah Superdome about to blow the roof off this place with the arrival of the Intercontinental Champion, Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn, you never want to bet against Sami Zayn. That's the first choice when it comes to picking who has the best odds. Sami Zayn has that heart. He has the will to fight, the will to go above and beyond. What we saw at WrestleMania was nothing short of not just a miracle, it was heart. Nobody uses this energy from the WWE Universe better than this man, Sami Zayn. We saw it at WrestleMania when he pushed through everything to defeat the Ring General Gunther. And now we could very well see it again as he looks to retain the Intercontinental Championship in front of the sold-out Jeddah Superdome at King and Queen of the Ring. But first, he's got to get through Big Bronson Reed and Chad Gable. The referee, Sean Bennett, will officiate this match. It's all about that Intercontinental Championship that he's showing to all three men as he holds it up high. That's what it's all about, the Intercontinental Championship. It's who wants to be a part of a list of some of the greatest to ever do it. Such as the likes of Shawn Michaels, Razor Ramon, Mr. Perfect, Bret Hart, the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion Gunther, Triple H. And the bell has rung. This match is underway with no champion's advantage. Sami Zayn is going to have a hard time leaving Jeddah as champion. But as Chad Gable goes after Zayn, Zayn fights back. But what I will say about this situation is that Sami Zayn has the WWE Universe behind him. And with all the fans chanting for Sami Zayn feels like it's him plus a million others against the world. And Sami Zayn, not where he wants to be. As Big Bronson Reed with the early control of this one. Gable smart rolls the outside onto the floor. Big Bronson Reed going after Gable. High cross body from Zayn. Takes out Reed on the outside onto the floor. And attacking Zayn from behind, Chad Gable. Going after Zayn. Let's take a look at this high cross body one more time. From Montreal, Canada, Sami Zayn has done some incredible things in front of his hometown. Much of the likes of nearly defeating Roman Reigns at Elimination Chamber last year. And then when he had his first defense against Chad Gable, and this run as Intercontinental Champion, Sami Zayn successfully retained, which continued the issues, and then Chad Gable would attack Sami Zayn in front of Zayn's wife and family and rest of his family. If you're Otis at ringside, you got to feel for him. Otis is going through, a lot right now, trying to figure out who should he side with. Oh my. It's like getting hit by a Mack truck, setting Zayn right in a Chad Gable Uranagi. This is just how dangerous that Big Bronson Reed is. And the championship reign could end courtesy of this man. Let's take a look at this inverted DDT slam. That was a devastating double move from Big Bronson Reed, but Zayn catches Chad Gable with a back elbow. Zayn going to go after Gable. Gable sweeps the leg. Nope, and Zayn caught in the ring apron. This is smart. Wrapping up Zayn in the ring skirt. This is a brilliant strategy with no disqualification, no countouts, anything goes. That's a brilliant strategy. Now Chad Gable heads up to the top. Missile drop kick. And now sends Reed off his feet. Zayn gets out of the ring skirt and gets back in the ring. Let's take a look at this one more time. That missile drop kick. We thought Bronson Reed was going to find his footing at first, but then finally fell to the ground. And Sami Zayn being trash talked to by Chad Gable. You don't want to waste your time if you're Chad Gable. Gable sends Zayn to the ropes. Zayn holds on. Zayn sends Gable up and over to the outside onto the floor. And sidesteps. Big Bronson Reed gets sent to the outside on the floor. And Zayn looking to fly. Here we go. Up and over. Dives. Taking out both of the challengers. And Zayn is in control. He's on fire. You can see the adrenaline. You can see the heart and soul of what makes Sami Zayn who he is, why he is the Intercontinental Champion. And what it means to be a champion is to have the willpower, not just the strength, not just the skills, but the mindset of a champion. To have that eye of the tiger, if you will. And Zayn heads up to the top, gets caught by a big right from Big Bronson Reed. Sami Zayn now up on the shoulders of Reed. This is not where you want to be if you're the champion. Zayn in harm's way, turns it into a sunset flip bomb, goes a little cover. This could be it. And Big Bronson Reed kicks out at 2. Great awareness by the Intercontinental Champion. Realized what he needed to do to counter. And Reed able to kick out at 2. It's not enough to keep Reed down, but Zayn thinking, what's next? There's no way he gets this Blue Thunder Bomb on Big Bronson Reed. Big Bronson Reed blocks it. And again, Zayn gets him up in the air for a little bit. And now Zayn, with his clubbing blows to the back of Big Bronson Reed, a third time going to attempt it. And got him up a little bit again. But the back of Zayn not strong enough to pick up Big Bronson Reed. Big Bronson Reed now sends Sami Zayn up to the top. And Gable with a huge chop block the back of the knee of Big Bronson Reed. Great move from Gable. That really is going to take a toll on Big Bronson Reed throughout this match. Looking for a superplex. Reed now back in the picture. Looking for a power bomb on a Chad Gable. Massive superplex power bomb. And Reed now in the driver's seat. He's exactly where he needs to be if he wants to leave Jeddah as the Intercontinental Champion. As he sends Sami Zayn into position. Things are about to pick up. Imagine this, a tsunami in the desert for Sami Zayn, who's in the drop zone. Sue. But went for a moonsault. Zayn got out of harm's way. But a moonsault connects from Gable. Hooks the leg. This one could do it. 2, but Zayn breaks the cover just in the nick of time. Dueling moonsaults. Let's take a look at this one more time. Beautiful moonsault from Chad Gable. Hooked the leg, but Zayn saving the cover just in time. Zayn hearing the sound of the cover, realized he needed to act quick so that he didn't lose his Intercontinental Championship. And now Zayn has Big Bronson Reed right where he wants it. This time he's going to try and connect with a Blue Thunder Bomb one more time. Reed breaks free. We're a little bit deeper into the match, so it's going to be tough for Zayn to connect with something like that on a guy the size of Big Bronson Reed. Thunder's chop to the chest. That's classic Zayn, turning it into a tornado DDT. Hooks the leg for the win. Chad Gable breaks free, turning it into an ankle lock. Great counter. Great submission from the challenger, Chad Gable. Gable could very well be on his way to his first singles title here in the WWE. A former NXT Tag Team Champion. Now looking to become a first-time singles champion. And it could be the very prestigious Intercontinental Championship. As Zayn could be moments away from tapping out in the middle of the ring in no man's land. Zayn crawling to the... But now gets pulled back in the center of the ring and drops down. Zayn is in a tough spot. But now, Reed went after Gable and Zayn, but Gable realized where Reed was and now has an ankle lock on Big Bronson Reed. And now Zayn going to counter with an ankle lock on a Chad Gable. This is brilliant. With an ankle lock of his own. Chad Gable gets caught. Zayn. Oh! Blue Thunder Bomb connects on a Big Bronson Reed. That's going to do it. But Reed barely gets the shoulder up. I can't believe what we just saw. I didn't think that was possible. Zayn tried it a few times early on in the match, but it just wasn't possible. And Sami Zayn made it possible. Let's take a look at this one more time. A thunderous Blue Thunder Bomb to Big Bronson Reed. And Big Bronson Reed just barely kicking out, getting his shoulder up just in the nick of time. But that took a lot out of Sami Zayn, who's now limping. It seems that all that pressure did some damage to the knees of Sami Zayn as he goes after Chad Gable in the corner. And it's all about the Intercontinental Championship. Splashes both men in the corner. Big Bronson Reed propping up Chad Gable up at the top. Has Zayn up on his shoulders. Now Gable up on the shoulders. This isn't going to go well. A double Samoan drop. Zayn and Gable both out. And Big Bronson Reed is in control. Incredible stamina for a guy the size of Reed. Reed looking to fly. What in the world? Like a missile, like a torpedo, launching right into Zayn and Gable. Oh my, absolutely devastating. A man the size of Big Bronson Reed coming at Zayn and Gable like a torpedo with that suicide dive. Gonna fly, went for a tsunami, but Zayn gets out of harm's way. Zayn realized how dangerous that could have been. And Zayn now has Reed is now positioned for where Sami Zayn wants him. Sami Zayn looking for a haluva kick and gets caught by Gable, who comes in with a German suplex, holds on for a second one, and holds on again, looking for a third one. Zayn trying to break free with these back elbows. Trying to break the grip. Zayn standing switch. German suplex to Chad Gable and holds on for dear life as he goes for a second one on to Gable. And perhaps a third one. Look at this. Big Bronson Reed behind Sami Zayn. Gable trying to fight out of it. Oh my, no, this isn't. Oh, no way! Chad Gable. No way! Chad Gable with a double German suplex to both Sami Zayn and Big Bronson Reed. Over 500 pounds, nearly 600 pounds, lifted in the air by Chad Gable. That's how much the Intercontinental Championship means to Chad Gable. Chad Gable, pound for pound, one of the toughest professional wrestlers to ever step foot inside a WWE ring. And Otis taking out Big Bronson Reed, and there's nothing that the ref can do about it because it's all legal in triple threat rules. No counts, no disqualifications. But now he's going to turn his attention back to Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn gets sent to the outside. And Gable saying do it to Sami Zayn too. Otis is torn. If you remember from Monday Night Raw, Otis apologized to Zayn after costing Zayn the match and attacking Sami Zayn. This could do it. If this happens, this is all over. Zayn saying don't do it, that you're better than that. And saying to Sami to shut up. And Otis going to go for it. And Otis couldn't do it. He couldn't pull the trigger. And Chad Gable arguing with Otis. Only pissing off Otis. What a slap. This is a perfect opportunity for Otis. Oh, but Otis takes out Gable by accident. Sami ducked. And inadvertently ran over his coach. Big Bronson Reed is in position. Sami Zayn's got Big Bronson Reed right where he wants him here in Jeddah. And Haluva kick connects. This is it. Cover. Sami Zayn retains. What did we just witness now where Otis is conflicted? But Sami Zayn holds that Intercontinental Championship high and proud, retaining the title. He did what he had to do. Otis tried to help Chad Gable, but in the end, Sami Zayn was able to duck and get back in the ring. Meanwhile, Otis took out Gable. What is going to happen there? We're going to see the fallout of that on Monday Night Raw. But nevertheless, let's take a look at this. Otis was just on the receiving end of being yelled at and chewed out by Chad Gable, and then a slap. Otis conflicted. And then when he finally wasn't conflicted anymore, he went for the clothesline, and Sami Zayn had enough time to duck after the hesitation. And then a haluva kick to Big Bronson Reed, who was in perfect position for it. And then it's going to be quite the ride, quite the plane ride back to the United States. A plane ride from hell, if you will. And Sami Zayn leaves Jeddah, Saudi Arabia as still the Intercontinental Champion. One hell of a victory for Sami Zayn despite no champion's advantage. Sami Zayn with the wherewithal to fight, to give it everything he had. He shows his love and support to the WWE Universe, thanking them for all of their support. The reason he fights, the reason he has the heart and the soul to do this, it's for the fans of the WWE Universe and for his family. And once again, Sami Zayn retains his Intercontinental Championship, and he holds it high and proud. Congratulations to Sami Zayn. All right, what a match we just witnessed. All right. Huge news on Thursday. WWE partners with the Minnesota Athletic Commission, I want to say, for a 2-night event. U.S. Bank Stadium SummerSlam 2026 announced. It'll become a 2-night event, August 1st, August 2nd, 2026 in the U.S. Bank Stadium. Where are we going for SummerSlam in 2025? Tonight, we are in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, where we had a women's tag team titles earlier on in the pre-show, where Jade Cargill would show everyone in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, just how powerful she is. The Candice LeRae would break free. Let's take a look at this. DDT turned it into a German kick back into a German suplex. Belair went for the cover to pick up the victory. Let's head back to our broadcast partner, Byron Saxton. Nonetheless, coming up, we have a Queen of the Ring finals match. Lyra Valkyria with the biggest match of her career as she takes on Nia Jax. Right after this break, the tournament finals of the Queen of the Ring will take place. All right, here we go. We are back live on Peacock. DIY is here. The tag team champions are here. The WWE tag team champions are here. A-Town Down Under. The Street Profits and with B-Fab are here. Now it's time for things to really pick up. Ladies and gentlemen, the first ever Queen of the Ring was won by Zelina Vega, and now Nia Jax looks to win the 2024 Queen of the Ring. And she has been going through everybody on Friday Night SmackDown since being drafted to the Blue brand, and earned herself a spot here in the finals of the Queen of the Ring tournament. But she has to get through one more person who's been on a rocket ship. She has been on the ride of her life. Lyra Valkyria, with a rocket strapped to her back, is shooting straight for the stars and beyond, and looking to become a Queen of the Ring and earn herself a world title opportunity at SummerSlam. Talk about a star in the making. Lyra Valkyria. Lyra Valkyria, talk about a star in the making. Lyra Valkyria makes her way to the ring to what is the biggest match of her career, and she looks to become the Queen of the Ring. Lyra said on Instagram's story earlier, she's everything from nervous to excited. She's got all the emotions running through her, and that's what it means. You know, that means she cares. That means she wants this more than anything, that she's going through all these emotions because she doesn't want to mess this big opportunity up. But it's a huge opportunity, but she's got to get through Nia Jax. That's no easy task at hand. And Lyra Valkyria gesturing, saying she wants the crown. She wants to be the Queen of the Ring. Nia Jax may just send Lyra the reality check that she is going to give. Will it be Lyra? Will it be Nia? We're going to find out in just a matter of moments. And Lyra measuring, and she's doing the gesture one more time, saying that she wants to be the Queen of the Ring. Let's take a look at what it took to get to the women's tournament finals. Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, both beaten by Nia Jax. Then here we go. The bell is underway. Lyra Valkyria and Nia Jax. You know, I don't know too much about Lyra Valkyria, but what I can say from what I have seen from her and what we've seen from her since debuting on Monday Night Raw and her time spent in NXT is that she has heart. She has a lot of heart, and that is something that will be seen tonight. Now on the back of Nia Jax, perhaps looking for a crucifix bomb, but Nia Jax too powerful, now looking for a sunset flip. but Nia Jax just picks up Lyra by the neck and tosses her across the ring. But nope, great athleticism from Lyra. She's not going to take that disrespect from Jax at all. Drop toe hold. But again, gets caught by Nia Jax and now up on the shoulders of Jax. Jax perhaps thinking that Samoan drop gets turned into a sleeper hold here. And Nia trying to break free. And she's able to do so successfully. If you're Lyra, you have to really dig down deep for this one. You're going to have to pull out all the stops and break down Nia Jax. And Lyra, athletic as they come, as she goes for a drop kick through the middle and top ropes. They get sent spine first, end of the middle, end of the ring apron. And this is going to be a big spot here. That's a big point in this match because Nia Jax is now going after the spine of Lyra. So any chance Lyra even thought about trying to pick up Nia Jax, which is already, merely impossible as it's going to be. Lyra now has her back already being worked on by Jax, which is just going to make it all that much more difficult. Went for a tornado DDT, but gets scouted by Jax. Jax now caught in a sleeper once again by Lyra. And Lyra holds on for dear life, but gets flipped over right onto her spine by Nia Jax. And Jax sending Lyra right into the ring, into the corner. And what's it going to take for Lyra? Right now, what we're seeing, we're going to see what it's taking for Nia Jax to defeat Lyra. And that is just bulldoze right over her at an elbow drop right to the spine. Brilliant strategy, continuing to work on the spine of Lyra, preventing Lyra from using the spine, from using her back as we get later and into the match. Lyra's going to have to fight for dear life here. She is going to have to push through everything that Nia Jax throws her way as Nia Jax launches Lyra spine first into the turnbuckles. Lyra holding onto her lower back. She can feel the pain, and she's going to have to fight through it if she wants to become the queen of the ring. Nia Jax sending the boot into the jaw of Lyra Valkyria. Lyra trying to pull herself up back to her feet. This is exactly what Jax wants. Breaks free, fighting back. And again, pushing Jax back with all of her weight, but not very effective. Jax is just too powerful. There's a reason she's the irresistible force. And a clubbing blow to the back of Valkyria. And Nia Jax sending Valkyria spine first in that top turnbuckle, now stretching her on the turnbuckle. And now draped over with her legs caught. Oh, it just falls right on her neck. Absolutely brutal. So far, this match has been all Nia Jax. We saw a little bit from Lyra, but it did no damage whatsoever. And Lyra being caught. If you didn't think that this was going to happen the way it's happening right now, you are very well misunderstood about just how powerful Nia Jax is. The size advantage should have been the big key right there. Look at this, a submission from Nia Jax. You don't see this too often. And a Cobra clutch. Has it locked in. This is dangerous from Lyra. It's it's already bad enough that Nia Jax has power and her hits. Has all that power, but now she's going to be a little bit more technical and go for a submission hold, just adding more to break down Lyra Valkyria. As she swings Lyra around, Lyra lands right on her spine. And again, more damage is being done to the back of Lyra Valkyria. And Nia Jax, that focused look, but gets kicked back just slightly. And now a jawbreaker from Lyra. As the match progresses, we're going to find out what Lyra is made of, but we're also going to find out how much damage she can endure. We're going to find out how far Nia Jax is willing to go in terms of causing pain. And a Samoan drop hooks the leg and kick out at 2 by Lyra. Able to get the shoulder up. Lyra is going to continue to fight. It's all about that crown right there being queen of the ring. That's just the visual representation of what it means. Oh no, looking for the Annihilator. This one will do it. This one, she's ready to put Lyra away. And Lyra moves out of harm's way. And now Nia, what is going on here? Oh, and falls right on her lower back. On the ring apron. Lyra has a huge opportunity here. Drop kicking Nia Jax. Nia almost ended up over announce desk, and again, missile drop kick through the middle rope. And got caught by Jax. You can see the look on Lyra's face, the look of concern. Turns it into a bulldog on the floor. Great counter from Valkyria as she looks to turn things around and pick up the momentum that she desperately needs. A double counter does nothing. And sending Jax back in the ring, muscling her back in. Lyra loves to fly. She's at the top. It's where she feels at home. And a missile drop kick. Nia Jax still on her feet. Going for a tornado DDT that connects. This is a big moment here. Hooks the leg, cover. Could this do it? And Nia gets the shoulder up at 2. You can see a little bit of doubt in the eyes of Lyra. Her eyes tell a better story than we can. And that is that it's going to take a lot more than what she's already doing to keep down the irresistible force, Nia Jax. Her eyes tell us that it is tough. Nia Jax is as tough as they come. She's as powerful as they come. And this is no easy task at hand. Had to land on her feet and jump over. This time it gets caught flat on her back with a Samoan drop. All that weight on the injured spine. And now this time, Nia Jax with a sense of urgency, dragging Lyra as quick as she can. She sets up for an Annihilator and gets out of harm's way. Kicking the back of the leg. Nia Jax gets caught by Lyra. Trapped in the corner. Boom, what a stomp to the chest. Hooks the legs. Stacks her up. That one could do it, but it's not enough to keep Jax down for the 3. And now Lyra Valkyria heads up to the top. She's going to climb up. And a leg drop to the back of the neck. This one could do it this time. Is she going to go for the cover? She's trying to push over. Put her into position, but Nia kicks at it early too. Nia once again getting her shoulder up. Lyra, her facial expression says it. She's thinking, I've given her everything I've got. I've given her everything. But she's got to get her opponent up. We know she has one more move left, and that could be coming right now, but does she have the strength left? Her back has really been through the wire. And now gets sent face first and splashed into her spine. Nia Jax, the irresistible force, showing Lyra just how powerful she is. And Nia Jax is heading up to the top. This could be it. Lyra slipping down, looking for a sunset flip bomb. But she can't do it. She can't get her up. Oh my, what an Annihilator. That one's it. That is it. Count to 20. Nia Jax is the queen of the ring. Oh my. I can't believe what we just witnessed. That was insane. And you can see Lyra suffering from the Annihilator. The way she fell, that was brutal. She made the WWE Universe, her country of Ireland, proud. She gave it everything she had. But in the end, the queen is now the irresistible force. The crown belongs to Nia Jax. She said she was going to do it. She powerhoused through everybody she ran into in this tournament. Lyra had a little bit of offense here, as you can see. She tried to give it her everything she had, but in the end, it wasn't enough. And that caught her. She tried and kicked out, And then a drop kick through the middle and top got caught by Jax. And then would get planted face first. But Lyra turned things around with a bulldog. And then when she'd kick the back of the ankle, Nia Jax would get hung up in between the middle rope. And then a double stomp from Lyra. The fact that Lyra got any offense here is absolutely incredible. She fought with her heart, but in the end went for a sunset flip bomb, and then we saw one hell of an annihilator that knocked the life out of Lyra Valkyria. Lyra. And Nia Jax is the queen of the ring, and here to present her with the crown is the Chief Content Officer, Paul Triple H Levesque. An emotional moment for Nia Jax. She's being coronated as the queen. Nia Jax, when she wasn't even a part of WWE for some time, she had to do some deep soul searching to find her way back. And she is back. And she is the queen of the ring. Congratulations to Nia Jax on becoming the queen of the ring. A very proud moment in the career of Nia Jax. And now she has her hands full as the queen of the ring. And she is headed to SummerSlam with a world title match in mind. There's the Nia Jax. We know she had a little bit of an emotional moment there with Triple H, and now she's headed to SummerSlam, and she already made her shot to Bayley, and that she was gonna become Queen of the Ring, and now Nia Jax is done, and she has her eyes set on some more gold. Congratulations to Nia Jax. All right. Congratulations to Nia Jax on becoming Queen of the Ring. She now has herself a world title shot at SummerSlam. As of today, Becky Lynch won't be defending the world title, as we saw earlier on. Let's take a look at this. You can thank Dominic Mysterio for that, who went all the way to Jeddah to prevent Liv Morgan for becoming the women's world champion. Becky Lynch went for the manhandle slam. Double knees from Liv Morgan. And then when Dom would plant a chair in the ring to Becky to take out Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan would take advantage of that Becky Lynch didn't want anything to do with it. A DDT planted. Becky Lynch was in position for this. The Oblivion, and a shocking turn of events would allow Liv Morgan to leave Jeddah, Saudi Arabia as the new women's world heavyweight champion. And Dominic Mysterio can't believe the mistake he just made. And Liv Morgan, with a smile on her face, celebrated with some extra weight in gold. Oh my. Well, hopefully Pierce will do the right thing and give Becky Lynch her rematch. All right. One event we've had so far. Oh, coming up next, we have the King of the Ring match finals. It is the Viper, Randy Orton, the Apex Predator, and the Ring General Gunther. What a match this is going to be between two giants of strength. All right, and we'll take a little bit of a break. All right, we are locked and ready to go. The eyes of the WWE Universe are locked as we see the King of the Ring tournament, including the likes of Tiffany Stratton. It is Tiffy time. She is here to watch on. Carmelo Hayes watching on. He had his chance, but got caught by the Viper, the Apex Predator, Randy Orton, in the quarterfinals. And Hayes been making some waves here in WWE. And here we go. It's time. The Ring General Gunther. This matchup is a big deal for Randy Orton and Gunther. Gunther held the Intercontinental Championship for 666 days. A historic 666, the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of all time. He now has his eyes set on becoming the King of the Ring, the King General. The King General, Gunther. Tonight he's in the ring with probably with who is his toughest opponent to date, and the Apex Predator, Randy Orton. This is a big deal for Gunther. Gunther has not ever had an opponent like this. A 14-time world champion, a guaranteed future WWE Hall of Famer. Randy Orton, a 14-time world champion, as I mentioned. And this is one thing he hasn't done. That's crazy to think. Out of everything that Randy Orton has done in his career, the one thing he had, one of the very few things he hasn't done is become King of the Ring. And he looks to achieve that tonight and add that to his long list of accolades. It seems like Leo and Fran started a bit of a trend as the WWE Universe here in Jeddah sing Randy Orton down to the ring. Randy Orton also held the Intercontinental title, the United States Championship, Tag Team Championships, a Mr. Money in the Bank, a 2-time Royal Rumble winner, and one prize that has eluded his career and soon to be Hall of Fame career, and that is the King of the Ring. This prestigious tournament has been won by some of the very best to ever do it, including Orton's mentor, Triple H, including a man that Gunther knows very well in Sheamus. We're going to see what's going to happen when these two warriors collide. These two are the very best that WWE has to offer inside the squared circle. Their technical abilities are unmatched. But they may just match each other tonight. Less than 24 hours removed from a brutal, grueling match between Randy Orton and Tama Tonga. The Bloodline worked on the knee of Randy Orton and a huge Samoan spike. What condition is the neck of Randy Orton in after that Samoan spike? That's a big target on top of the knee because a huge lariat from Gunther may damage the neck even more following that Samoan spike. The first king to be crowned in 1985, Don Muraco. 12 WWE Hall of Famers are former King of the Ring. 9 have been world champion. Then Randy Orton looks to become a 10th world champion to become King of the Ring. And the winner also receives the opportunity to challenge for the World Heavyweight Championship or a World Heavyweight or a World title at SummerSlam, whether that be the World Heavyweight title on Monday Night Raw or the undisputed WWE Championship on Friday Night SmackDown. In 2002, the King of the Ring winner Brock Lesnar would go on to win the world title at SummerSlam. Which man will be crowned the King of the Ring? Will it be Randy Orton? Will it be Gunther? Who is going to do it? Gunther has not taken his focus off of Randy Orton at all. Like, at all. He's stoically looked on at the entire entrance as this is a huge moment for Gunther. This is his biggest match to date in terms of the level of skill of his opponent. Gunther's competed literally around the best around the globe, but has never faced somebody of the caliber of the apex predator, Randy Orton. There's not too many superstars that come around that are like Randy Orton. Randy Orton, a 14-time world champion, future WWE Hall of Famer. He's done it all except one thing, and that's becoming King of the Ring. And he looks to do that here. Dan Engler, the official of this match. The reigning. And here we go. This bout is underway. It's the Apex Predator Randy Orton and the Ring General Gunther eyeing each other down. And what a big fight feel this is between the two of the very best that not just WWE, but professional wrestling as a whole has to offer. And the fans are on their feet and they haven't even locked up yet. That's insane. The fans are just hyped up for this match between two of the best. They know this is going to be a classic. What's interesting about these two have a very similar in-ring style. They work very slow-paced matches, so we're going to see how this is going to work as these two tie up, collar and elbow, center of the ring. This is now where you feel out your opponent, figure out, what you can do, find maybe some weak points, and get a picture of what this is going to look like and what their opponent could do as we get later into the match. And a dream match, some are calling it, as Gunther drives Randy Orton into the corner. Dan Engler forcing the rope break. There we go. Randy Orton has put this crowd in a frenzy. They want to see an RKO. The ring general and Orton and Gunther lock up again, center of the ring. For Randy Orton, there's not many opportunities left. And, we heard it from AJ Styles say to the SmackDown general manager, Nick Aldis, when he wanted another shot at the world title, I don't have much time left. That hits deep. AJ Styles had a historic career. He was fortunate enough to travel all over the world, but Father Time catches everybody, and his clock is ticking on his career. Randy Orton has been through a lot as well, spent 18 months off his career from a brutal attack from the Bloodline and had to get back fusion surgery. Double back fusion surgery, rather. This crowd is absolutely electric, and these two have only just tied up. And Gunther goes after the arm of Orton. This is a smart strategy. Gunther going after the arm. You don't want to take too many risks early on in this match. Just feel your opponent out. Figure out what their game plan is. Try and get in the mind of your opponent. And Gunther goes after Orton. Orton trying to get out of this one. As these two are back up to their feet. Orton now with wrist control over the ring general, Gunther. Randy Orton has mind games much like the ring general Gunther. That's one thing Gunther needs to remember about Randy Orton. Is just how maniacal and diabolical Randy Orton can truly be. Randy Orton is as dangerous as they come. He's the apex predator for a reason. He's a 14-time world champion for a reason. Intercontinental champion, United States champion, multi-time tag team champion. Orton has faced the best of the best, and at one point the youngest world heavyweight champion at the age of 24. And Orton trying to get under the skin of Gunther. Gunther realizes how big of a match this truly is. Both men taking their time. And like I mentioned these two men have a very slow pace. So not to be surprised by how slow and how methodical these two are taking this match. That's important. They're all doing it. It's all about becoming king of the ring. Randy Orton showing Gunther what's up with a side headlock. Shoulder tackle takes Gunther off his feet. And a side headlock takeover from the Viper. And Orton controlling Gunther. Usually we see Gunther in control a lot, but this is the first time we haven't seen too much offense from Gunther. We're seeing a lot of offense from Randy Orton, but not much from the ring general. The ring general needs to really figure out where he's got to go from here. Now that he and Orton have figured each other out a little bit more, Gunther's got to figure out, hey, Randy Orton's not like any other opponent I've ever faced in my entire career. This is different. This is a legend. This is a future WWE Hall of Famer. And I've got to figure out how I'm supposed to break down Randy Orton to a point where I can become king of the ring. Gunther, from the very moment that the king of the ring was announced, he had his eyes set on becoming the King General. And Gunther trying to break free. Orton with his side headlock locked in deep. And Orton has a lot of damage to his knee already done. And there's one thing we know about Gunther. Gunther likes to use his opponents' weaknesses to his advantage. That's what makes him a great wrestler. That is why he's the ring general. He knows his way around the squared circle. He knows how to use his opponents' weaknesses against them. Orton gets caught with a thunderous chop, and he's stunned a little bit. Gunther may have only pissed off Randy Orton with that chop. Randy Orton just frustrated. Gunther is not believing what he's seeing. Usually, his opponents fly back. One other chop from Randy Orton, or from Gunther rather, to Randy Orton. And it's only making Randy Orton angrier. This time it gets blocked. You don't see this too often. A chop from Gunther get blocked like that. And now the Apex Predator on the attack with these clubbing blows to the face of the ring general. Now an uppercut and a second one. And now Gunther with an uppercut of his own. Right on the jaw of Orton. Stunning Orton. And now Orton with an uppercut of his own. Orton has been stunned. His chest. He's feeling it in his chest. And an uppercut dropping Gunther to the mat. Orton with a clubbing right. And now up at the top, Orton with his clubbing blows right to the face of the ring general Gunther. And Orton, blow after blow, giving it everything he's got. Gunther catches Orton, breaks free. Orton's bad knee may have cost him here, no, but Orton blocked. Oh, and an RKO out of nowhere, but got blocked. Great sidestep from Gunther. And Orton lands on his spine. The lower back that surgically repaired may be causing Randy Orton some trouble here. Now Gunther is on the attack. And once now going after the injured back of Randy Orton. That surgically repaired back. Orton spent a year and a half out of action. He spent 18 months recovering from a double back fusion surgery, and it may all be for nothing as Gunther looks to reopen the wound and cause more damage to Randy Orton's spine. With every hit from Gunther to Randy Orton, it brings Gunther one step closer to becoming the king of the ring. Gunther realizes Randy Orton is not 100% heading into this match. Sending Orton to the ropes. Orton fights back with a big right, knocks Gunther off his feet. And now Orton is finding himself back in this one. Gunther counters, boot to the midsection. Gunther, thunderous chop, takes Orton off his feet. Like a frying pan to the chest. Gunther hitting Orton right on the heart with all of his might. And Orton once again holding onto that lower back. Stomping away on Randy Orton. Orton not in a good way here at all. Thunderous chop to Randy Orton. Let's take a look at that again. The way that Orton fell into the mat. And Gunther is in control. And Gunther saying he's going to become the king of the ring. And gesturing with the crown over his head. He's placing the crown that he's going to do it. And he's going to get that world title match at SummerSlam. But Orton's hurting really bad. Orton can barely stand. And Orton trying to just get himself up to his feet. Clubbing blow to the back of Orton. Orton had that injured back. And now Gunther again with a clubbing blow to the back of Orton. As Orton writhes in pain. Orton banged up, neck issues, back issues, knee issues. Orton has been doing this for over 20 years. Orton's gone through a lot of injuries. He started his career off with some shoulder injuries, and Gunther going after the shoulder of Randy Orton. He's going after the arm. This is a brilliant strategy from Gunther to break his opponent down, breaking Randy Orton down the way he is. Randy Orton, his knees given out. Randy Orton trying to find his way back up to his feet, but Gunther pulls him right down to the mat. Look at the seamless transition by Gunther. Going from one thing to the next. Gunther putting all of his force onto the jaw of Randy Orton. That's going to block the airway off the champion. It's going to do a lot of damage. Gunther never wastes any motion. He uses everything he can to his advantage. Orton back to his feet, but gets caught with a boot to the midsection. Now a sidewalk slam, but rather into a backbreaker. Continuing to work on the spine. Orton able to kick out at 2 after Gunther went for the cover. Gunther thought he was going to get him right there, but Randy Orton still has some fight left in him. Gunther knows he needs to keep inflicting pain until it's enough to keep down Randy Orton. And it's going to keep a lot more than that to keep down the Apex Predator. Gunther is in his zone. He's just taking his time now. Scoop slam to Randy Orton. It's very classic. There's nothing fancy about it. It's simple yet effective to continue to do more damage to the spine of the Apex Predator, who is continuing to writhe in pain as he gets broken limb from limb by the ring general Gunther. Gunther could be moments away from calling himself the King of the Ring. Will he be able to do it? Gunther, Intercontinental Champion for nearly 2 years. Gunther was the Intercontinental Champion, 666 days. And now Gunther going for a suplex. Orton blocks it. Great counters from Orton. And this time it connects. Orton gets the suplex this time. Both men go down, but Orton seems he got a bit out of that one on his spine, but Orton is trying to push through the pain to go to that place. Randy Orton. Randy Orton looks to take down Gunther. One for a clothesline. And Gunther with a forearm to the back of Orton. Orton gets caught with a chop. And a huge clothesline from Orton. And another clothesline. And Gunther goes for a clothesline again. Orton got caught. Orton was going for that power slam. And now a huge lariat from Gunther. Goes to the cover, hooks the leg. This one could do it. Randy Orton kicks that at 2. As this one continues, Gunther continues to give Randy Orton the fight of his life. Much the same for Orton giving Gunther the fight of his life. But right now, the ring general is in control. Let's take a look at that thunderous chop. And then a huge lariat that we just saw from Gunther moments ago. Gunther almost putting Randy Orton away to become the king of the ring, but not quite. Gunther knows Randy Orton very well. He's studied Randy Orton. That's what you do when you're a ring general. You study your opponent. And he watched on last night Randy Orton's match against Tama Tonga. Gunther sent in the back. Oh, and now gets caught with a snap power slam from Randy Orton. Randy Orton couldn't get all of it, though. He got enough of it, though. And now Gunther is in position. Gunther is in position, and Randy Orton going after the ring general. This could be the beginning of the end for the ring general with a snap DDT. That is vintage Randy Orton. Favoring the lower back and the knee. Randy Orton's going to have to find the wherewithal to continue to push through if he wants to add King of the Ring to his long list of accolades here in the WWE. Orton is back up to his feet. He's back up. Gunther trying to pull himself back up to his feet. Randy Orton is going to that place where he hears voices in his head, stalking his prey. Gunther about to get caught with an RKO, but got scouted. And now a scoop power slam from Gunther. Gunther going up to the top. With a splash. Despite losing his bounce, he's still caught. Orton kicks out at 2. Gunther slipped, but still landed picture perfect. That's just how much of a ring general he truly is. He's able to catch himself. And Gunther looking for a second one. But Orton moves out of harm's way. And this time, an RKO out of nowhere, that's out of the ring. But Randy Orton's spine causing him some trouble. Orton can't capitalize right away. Can he crawl to Gunther to make the cover? Can he drag himself towards the ring general? Bad knee, bad back and all. He's getting closer, but Gunther wisely rolls out of harm's way. That was tough for Randy Orton. Randy Orton thought he had it. Let's watch this again. Randy Orton, that knee taking some damage when he went for that snap power slam. Gunther went for a splash. The second time got caught out of harm's way. And this time an RKO connected. And Gunther is rolled to the outside. He's down and out. Orton's got to get him back in the ring if he's going to capitalize on this. Randy Orton looking my way at the announce desk. Following all the chops. Orton with a huge back body drop. With a backdrop suplex onto our announce desk. And Randy Orton. This is where Randy Orton really picks things up as he looks for a second one onto the ring general Gunther. As Gunther writhing and screaming in pain. Gunther's giving it everything he's got. Randy slithers back in the ring to break the count. Brilliant strategy from the Viper. And Gunther sends Orton's spine first in the ring apron. Great counter. That was extremely smart from the ring general to go after the spine of Randy Orton. He realized he had the opportunity and he took it. Gunther's in-ring IQ is second to none. And now this is going to be brutal. Orton trying to pick up Gunther. Gunther getting caught by Orton. Back body drop on the floor. But that took a lot out of Randy Orton to do. Countering the powerbomb from the ring general Gunther. Gunther gets caught with a big back body drop onto our backdrop suplex on our announce desk. They got to get back in the ring. Randy Orton. They're very close. 7. Randy Orton. At the count of 8, Randy Orton needs to make it back in the ring desperately. And Orton pulls himself up to the ring apron. Trying to drag himself back into this one. And now Gunther kicks the side of the leg of Randy Orton. Into the bad knee of Randy Orton and all. Gunther recognized the smallest opening that he had and he took it. That's just how quick Gunther can react to the littlest openings. That's why he's so dangerous. Randy went down and Gunther working on the knee of the Apex Predator. This is ironic. If you think about it, the Predator seems to be becoming the prey for the ring general Gunther, who's now working on the knee of Randy Orton with a single leg crab. It's doing work on the knee, but it's the way Orton's back is being torqued. It's also doing putting a lot of pressure on the spine with the knee being driven in the spine of Orton. Orton breaks free for the time being. And now Gunther stomps on the leg of Randy Orton. And they're going to turn Randy Orton around. Going after the spine once again. What's it going to take to keep either one of these men down? As these two give it everything they've got. Grasping for the bottom rope. Kicks back at Gunther. Gunther on his legs. Or on his knees, rather. Now back up to one knee. Orton's got to find a way to get back up to his feet. Despite everything that's been done to his body, he's going to have to push through. And now Gunther looking to finish the job with a half crab once again applied. This time it is locked in deep on the Apex Predator. And it could be a matter of moments before Randy Orton is forced to tap out or pass out. Randy Orton knows what it means, knows how much it hurts. Randy Orton touched the bottom turnbuckle, but Gunther able to pull back, and now Orton breaks free this time. RKO out of nowhere. This time it connects. Randy to become king of the ring. But Gunther kicks out. Orton going to get a full cover into a crucifix. Gunther did it. Gunther's the king of the ring. Oh my goodness. Gunther taking advantage of that split second after that cover to turn it into a crucifix to pick up the victory. That knee of Randy Orton costing him everything. Orton was hoping to become the king of the ring, but he couldn't use enough of his knee for leverage on the cover of Gunther after that RKO, and Gunther took full advantage with that crucifix cover to counter. That's just how deep the arsenal of Gunther goes. And Gunther pulls through to pick up the victory. The ring general snuck in and pulled out a victory. And what a battle between two of the very best. Orton a Hall of Fame career, and Gunther on his way to one with already being the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion, now King of the Ring. This could have been the final straw where that knee took damage on that snap power slam. Gunther went for that lariat, then a splash, got out of harm's way. That was the first RKO out of nowhere, but the back cost Orton, couldn't capitalize. Gunther then rolled out of the ring, and then the backdrop suplexes to Gunther on the announce desk. And Orton was still favoring that lower back, and then the second RKO out of nowhere at the end. Went for the cover. He couldn't plant the leg where he wanted it to be. He couldn't plant on the mat, and it cost him. He held onto the knee, and Gunther turned Orton around. Great counter into a crucifix. I want to get another look at that. It almost seems like Randy Orton's shoulders wasn't on the mat. But right now, this moment belonged to the ring general Gunther, who is the new king of the ring. You can officially call Gunther the King General. From having his historic reign as the Intercontinental Champion and at WrestleMania to becoming King of the Ring, it is crazy what Gunther has been able to accomplish. A hard-fought battle, and in the end, Gunther was the better professional wrestler. Oh, shoot. I forgot I'm muted. Was I muted that whole time? I wasn't muted that. Please don't tell me I was muted that whole match. Was I muted that whole match? I don't even remember. Please don't tell me I was muted that whole match. Oh, no. Was I muted that whole... I'm literally going to... I will delete my channel right now if I was muted that whole match. I'm going to delete this channel. Did I call the match? Did you hear me call the match? Oh, man. I'm stressing, bruh. I'm stressed the fuck out. Okay, we're good. I checked back the footage. Thanks, Blink. Thanks, Blink, for letting me know. Okay. Crown Jewel returns to Riyadh. Thanks for letting me know that my mic was muted. But yeah, I don't know if it was a botch. I think it might have just been a shift in weight. I don't know. I was away from my laptop. All good. I checked the footage back. I appreciate it, Blink. I checked the footage back. I wasn't muted for the match. That would have pissed me off because that needs to go up today. Again, congratulations to Gunther becoming the king of the ring and earning himself a world title match at SummerSlam. But speaking of world titles, coming up next is our main event is for the undisputed WWE Championship. Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, and the Maverick Logan Paul. Thanks, Blink. I appreciate you being here. Wow, what an announcement. Three weeks from tonight, it'll be Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest. And Drew's home country for the World Heavyweight Championship. Clash of the Castle in Scotland. SummerSlam taking over Cleveland. Let's take a quick little break. All right, we are back. Logan Paul looking to become the first person since Seth freaking Rollins to become the WWE and United States champion at the same time. Rollins did it back at SummerSlam 2015. Logan Paul's been building his resume with now 3 championship matches in Saudi Arabia. Logan Paul, the United States champion, originally supposed to defend the title, and he will not be doing so. He got out of that one. Logan Paul used brass knucks to beat Rey Mysterio for the U.S. title, and he was checked last night for brass knucks, but who's to say he doesn't have a third pair of brass knucks? We know, as the WWE Universe, we know how Logan Paul rolls. We know that he's going to use those brass knuckles. In fact, that's one of the pairs. So Michael Cole has a pair of one of the brass knuckles. Logan Paul saying he doesn't, normally wear Prada pants, happened to wear Jake Paul, his brother's pants, and it happened to have another pair of brass knucks. That's at least what Logan Paul's saying happened. We can't confirm or deny that story without further evidence. I'm good. I'm just focused. I'm good. I'm looking at the screen. I'm waiting. I'm waiting to speak. Do I look that depressed, or I'm just focused? I'm good. I'm just focused on when it's my turn to speak. Cody Rhodes dedicating his title defense to someone each time. And this time it was to his wife, Brandy, recovering from surgery. And the American Nightmare dedicating this match to everything. He called Logan Paul a kid. That was the disrespect he gave to Logan Paul. He sees Logan Paul as a professional wrestler, but what he doesn't see him as is somebody with the potential of being a WWE champion. And Logan Paul may prove the American Nightmare right now. And the match, well, it's not starting quite yet, but the American Nightmare walks up. Cody Rhodes with a smile on his face. He does this for the fans, showing respect to the special ring announcer. We'll see how this plays out for the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. This is for the undisputed WWE Championship. The referee, WWE official Ryan Tran, who is the best in the brass knuckle checking business, checked Logan Paul to make sure he didn't have an extra pair of brass knucks. And what did he find? Another pair of brass knucks that Logan Paul saying they were his brother's pants, then that he doesn't wear Prada pants. Yeah, I'll see that when I believe it, but I can't confirm or deny it. That's what it's all about. Referee Ryan Tran holding up that undisputed WWE Championship. The stakes are high. The first time Logan Paul was here back in 2022 in Saudi Arabia, it was at Crown Jewel, where he challenged the head of the table, Roman Reigns, for the WWE Championship, the undisputed WWE Championship. And the bell has rung. This match is underway. And Cody Rhodes, Logan Paul looking back and forth, feeling out the crowd. Cody Rhodes getting the crowd up on their feet, hyping things up. Logan Paul is going to take an opportunity while Cody Rhodes was distracted. They're going to tie up, collar and elbow, center of the ring. This is for the undisputed WWE Championship. Logan Paul called a kid by the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, looking to prove that he is not just a part-timer. Logan Paul, it's hard to say about that, though. Logan Paul only has 2 title defenses as the United States champion. And with over 200 days as champion, well, Cody Rhodes' argument is as fair as it gets. And now Cody Rhodes, waist lock, great standing switch from Paul. These two standing switch for standing switch. Great counter for counter. Now they're up, hung up on the ropes. Referee Ryan Tran going to break this, forcing the rope break. And we're going to be back to square one. These two eyeing each other down, getting a feel for each other early on. Cody going to give it everything he's got. Cody does not want a controversial ending. He wants this to end fair and square. He wants a decisive winner. He wants to leave this bout, and every bout he goes into as champion, leaving with no doubt in his mind and within anybody's mind that he is the rightful champion, that he won fair and square. And Logan Paul now with wrist control over the American Nightmare. It seems that this kid may so far be giving Paul a little bit of a run for his money, but Paul swept the legs, went for a cover, kick out at one for a sweep. Cody catches Paul, one for the ankle. Paul smart, grabbing that bottom rope. This is great. That's a great strategy from Paul, using the ropes to his advantage. Both men up on their feet, back to square one, back to a vertical base. Both men have an amateur background in wrestling. And they're going to tie up again in the center of the ring. Cody Rhodes, side headlock on a Paul. Paul trying to break free. Is he going to be able to do it? And he does. He turns things around, going after the arm of the American Nightmare. Cody Rhodes trying to break free. This is a great strategy from Paul to break down his opponent. These two world-class athletes. Logan Paul has been hard to deal with, hard to put him in a match. Imagine if Paul's the champion and defeats the American Nightmare. This is, theoretically speaking, well, Logan Paul's only defended the United States Championship twice in 200 days. Oh, but Paul blocked the right from Rhodes and then slamming Rhodes' hand into the mat. That's just how quick Logan Paul is. He can switch just like that. And a slap to the chest of Paul. These two now pushing each other back. Now a forearm from Rhodes that only infuriated Rhodes, blocking that punch. Cody Rhodes going after Paul. Going toe-to-toe. Looking for that. Has a standing vertical suplex. Springs up. Using the ropes to his advantage. and slams Paul right on his face. An homage to Tully Blanchard with a slingshot into a suplex. Went for a cover, not enough to pick up the victory. The American Nightmare is now in control. But one thing we've seen is Logan Paul has had very good defense throughout this match. And Rhodes with a side headlock onto Logan Paul. Paul trying to break free, gets dropped down to one knee. Both men giving it everything they've got. The American Nightmare now on the receiving end of the shots to the midsection as Logan Paul tries to break free, sends the American Nightmare to the ropes, and Cody ducks again and again. Went for a splash, but Paul did a split. That's just how much athleticism Paul has. Logan literally, it's just something you never see, man. It's something you never see. Logan Paul did a split to block a forearm tackle from Paul. And now Cody Rhodes sent midsection first into the steel steps. And he said to Michael Cole, saying, "No knuckles needed." To Michael Cole, he said that too. And now Paul back into the ring. He right now outmaneuvering Cody Rhodes, showing Rhodes, you know, I may be a part-timer, but I'm as tough as they get. I still give it my all. Paul with these hard-hitting strikes. This is what Cody needs to watch out for, is these tough strikes. Logan Paul with that boxing background is something that the American Nightmare needs to worry about just a little bit. The titanium plate in his hand. Right now, Logan Paul is dominating the American Nightmare. Planning face first. Cody Rhodes in the mat. Hooks the leg. Could this do it? And it's only enough for a 2 count. Logan Paul with a smirk on his face. Thought that was it. Gonna keep it as cool as he can. You don't want to lose your cool. You need to keep your emotions in check, especially when the stakes are high. And Paul with a gut wrench power bomb. Hooks the leg. Could it be? Oh, and Rhodes kicks out of 2. But Rhodes holding on to that midsection. You can see that damage that Paul is doing to Rhodes is working. Driving the knee onto the midsection of the American Nightmare. And now with these clubbing blows, this driving his fist into the rib cage. This is a brilliant strategy from Paul. Because what this does is when you go up to the midsection, it makes it hard to breathe. And a standing moonsault hooks the leg again for the cover. But Rhodes has to kick out. And with every kick out, Rhodes exhausts energy. That's why it's a brilliant strategy for Paul to continue to go for cover and after cover every chance he has. Whenever he does a big move, he goes for the cover. And that's smart because Cody Rhodes has to use energy to kick out. And now Rhodes going after Logan Paul. And Logan Paul was going for that padded frog splash, but Rhodes went up, met Paul at the ring at the top of the turnbuckle. Oh, Rhodes up. Look at this. Grab the arm, an arm drag from the American Nightmare. And Cody Rhodes takes down Logan Paul. Rhodes seemed to have taken some damage of his own on that. I don't know who got the worst of that one. It seems Logan Paul, but the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, gonna find himself a little bit of momentum here that he needs to work on. He needs to be able to take advantage of this. Paul now holding on to his midsection. Now the patented rights. But those rights may not match the power of Logan Paul. Logan Paul so powerful. Look at this. The octopus lock from Logan Paul. Cody Rhodes trying to fight it. Cody Rhodes trying to fight through it, and he does. He's breaking free, elbowing the leg of Paul. Paul trying to turn it into a sunset flip. Cody Rhodes holds his ground, and with a huge right to the face of Paul, breaks free. Cody Rhodes been breathing through his mouth the last few moments. It seems he checked his nose earlier on in the match. Rhodes may have a broken rib. Hard for him to breathe as Paul holds on the ring apron. Disaster kick. Connects flush and sends Logan Paul to the ring apron to the outside onto the floor. And just like that, Cody Rhodes buys himself a little time to recover. Cody Rhodes in pain and agony, pushing through it all, because that's what it means to be a champion. Fight with everything you've got. And Cody Rhodes rallying, looking to fly, but Paul gets out of harm's way, says, "No, that's not happening. I don't think so. We're good." Logan Paul one step ahead of the... Oh, but here comes Rhodes on the attack to Paul. And Logan Paul sent into the barricade. Just like that, the American Nightmare continues to build some momentum, much needed momentum. Despite all the pain Cody Rhodes is feeling, he continues to take control of this one, but Paul with a heavy right to the midsection of the American Nightmare. Now time to hydrate past the bottle of Prime to Logan Paul. And a boot to the midsection. Oh, and now Cody Rhodes sends the bottle into the face of Logan Paul. And now somebody on the Prime team, I don't know if that was smart. Cody Rhodes just sends this member of Logan Paul's Prime team over the barricade. I don't know if this is a smart strategy on your end. Whoa, come on, a third pair of brass knucks. I knew it. And Cody Rhodes. Oh, what a right to the midsection of the American Nightmare. The brass knucks, and they are hidden. All a part of the plan. And Logan Paul took full advantage of it with a rib shot with the brass knucks. Logan Paul taking full advantage of it. And now arguing with Michael Cole. Michael Cole calling Logan Paul a loser. And he's got to get back in this, but Cody Rhodes with a suicide dive nonetheless, despite all the damage done. Face first, Paul goes onto our announce desk. The American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, fired up. And we are back. And picking up some steam now. This time the forearm connects. Cody Rhodes jumps up and over. Snap power slam. Shades of his mentor, Randy Orton. But Cody Rhodes not able to capitalize after the shot to the ribs with the brass knucks. Logan Paul worked on the midsection early on and has cost Cody throughout this match, but Cody Rhodes is feeling it. The fans are on their feet for the American Nightmare, who could be moments away from retaining his undisputed WWE Championship. Cody Rhodes, another disaster kick, gets caught. And Paul got out of harm's way. Rhodes now with these blows. Logan Paul going for shots of his own, but Rhodes blocks them, and now with shots of his own. Shades of his father with a bionic elbow. Hooks the leg. This could do it. Will he retain? And Logan Paul kicks out. Near fall from the challenger. Able to kick out at 2.5. Logan Paul made a promise. He wasn't going to use the brass knucks. And what did he do? Use brass knucks. But you gotta not expect, you can't expect anything less from Logan Paul. It's just how Logan Paul is. And now looking for a figure four, center of the ring. Logan Paul writhing in pain. You think Paul's going to get out of this one? Doesn't seem to be right now. Logan Paul writhing in pain. Logan Paul just trying to survive. Center of the mat. And Paul saying, "Chill, Cody, you're going to break my leg." Say that Cody's going to break his leg. And then grabs the bottom rope. And now forcing a rope break by Cody Rhodes, letting a little bit of his aggressive side out, holding on for a little bit longer after the count started by the ref for the rope break. And now both men on their knees. Who's going to get back up to a vertical base first? Logan Paul measuring up the American Nightmare, who's in so much pain. Both men in so much pain. Shoulder to the midsection of the American Nightmare. And Logan Paul setting up for that slingshot lariat, but Cody Rhodes ducked. Cody Cutter! He caught him, hooked for the win, and he shot the half, but it wasn't enough to keep Paul down for the 3. Let's take a look at this slingshot lariat into a Cody Cutter reversed. An answer from the American Nightmare, not enough to keep Logan Paul down for the 3, but now the American Nightmare is feeling it. This is where Cody Rhodes picks things up. The atmosphere and the Jeddah Superdome is absolutely insane. This match is for the undisputed WWE Championship. Cody Rhodes fighting injured ribs and midsection and all. No way. Could it be? No. Oh, Logan Paul with a crossroads to Cody Rhodes from Logan Paul. This could do it. Oh, Cody Rhodes kicks out. Talk about the ultimate disrespect to Cody Rhodes. If Logan Paul had won with Cody Rhodes' own crossroads, that would have been the ultimate disrespect to ending Cody Rhodes' title reign. You can't take anything away from Logan Paul. Cody Rhodes thinking the vertebreaker, but Logan Paul realized that he was in deep trouble and turned things around with a crossroads of his own. And Paul looking for the splash. Cody Rhodes getting out of harm's way. Ducks under Paul. And now looking for a soup. Oh! And turns things around. Twisting vertical suplex. Keeping it in the family tree. Pulling something out of the playbook. Deep. As we enter the deep waters of this match, this is where true grit is shown by either one of these men. These warriors have given it everything they've got, but Cody Rhodes taking the upper hand as he looks to connect Logan Paul with a crossroads. This one will do it if it connects. Logan Paul turns things around, sending Cody Rhodes into the corner, driving his shoulder into the midsection. And again, Logan Paul driving his shoulder into the midsection. And Rhodes sent to the outside onto the floor. Logan Paul gonna go after Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is hurting, trying to pull himself up. He's having a hard time being able to pull himself up as Logan Paul showing Rhodes exactly what he's made of. Really giving Rhodes a run for his money. Logan Paul didn't like that Cody Rhodes called him kid. He didn't like that disrespect of being called a part-timer. Regardless if that's what it is, Logan Paul still brings the fight every time he steps inside the squared circle. Countouts, disqualifications, 2-0 for Logan Paul. He's got to focus his attention on the American Nightmare. He's got to get him back in the ring. Now clearing off the announce desk. And Logan Paul disrespectfully saying, "My bad." Got to keep your eyes on the task at hand. Logan Paul after clearing the announce desk. Logan wisely breaking the count. And what in the world is Logan Paul looking to do here on the announce desk? No way. Logan Paul may be thinking pedigree, but Cody Rhodes blocked it. Now fighting back. Rhodes with these forearm shots. How much does Cody have left? Oh. Cody Cutter on the announce desk. And just like that, Cody Rhodes turning things around. Logan Paul looks dazed. His eyes are looking to the sky. Cody Rhodes rolls back in the ring. Makes the count. Cody Rhodes looking to take this by count out. Oh, Cody Rhodes says no, don't end this by count out. Cody Rhodes says no count out. Cody Rhodes saying that Logan Paul needs to learn. This is interesting. Cody Rhodes wanted this fair and square. This is something very admirable by the American Nightmare. But come on, your body's been through so much. At some point, you got to say, maybe I should have just taken the count out victory. But it could cost the American Nightmare. But Rhodes, if there's one thing we know about the Rhodes family, they never take the easy way out. Cody Rhodes sent midsection first again in the steel steps. Oh, one lucky punch. And Logan Paul knocked Cody Rhodes out. That's it. Out like a light. Like a light. And now Logan Paul has Cody Rhodes propped up. Prime bottle in hand. Not this. Not this. He likes making moments, drinking Prime and shooting from the sky. On to the announce desk. Logan Paul with a bottle of Prime in hand. This could be the final blow. Another viral moment for the Maverick Logan Paul. Logan from the top. What a splash through the announce desk. Cody's soul has been crushed. At least the rib cage is crushed. His soul won't be crushed until Logan Paul gets Cody Rhodes back in the ring and gets the 3 count, taking everything Cody Rhodes spent his entire life working towards. But now he's got to pick up the lifeless body of the American Nightmare and get him back in the ring. And Logan Paul heads up to the top for one more splash to end things right here, right now. New champion. That's it. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Oh, but Cody Rhodes kicks out. And the eyes of Logan Paul tell a better story than I ever could. He can't believe that the American Nightmare just kicked out of a one lucky punch to a frog splash on the announce desk, to a frog splash in the center of the ring for the cover, and it wasn't enough to keep the American Nightmare down for the 3. What's it going to take from Logan Paul to keep down Cody Rhodes? That was Logan Paul's best shot. And now it may just be a matter of time before Logan Paul ends Cody Rhodes. Oh my God, these shots to the ribs saying, I hate you. The assault continues, sending Cody Rhodes into the corner. Cody Rhodes somehow with a boot to the midsection. With everything that's been done to him, Cody Rhodes finding a split second to recover. Cody Rhodes trying to dig down deep. I don't know where Cody Rhodes is even finding the will to stand on his own 2 feet, but nevertheless, he's finding it to do so. Almost went out, took out the ref for a split second. Splash to the ref. And now, looking for a vertebreaker. This time it can connect. Vertebreaker. But the official is down. That would have done it right then and there. That's a move that Cody Rhodes had to dig deep out of the playbook for. This is what happens. The ref got taken out. And let's not forget, Logan Paul still has those brass knucks put away in his tights. Cody Rhodes saying to Ryan, come on. A low blow to Cody Rhodes. And Logan Paul, great strategy. A blatant low blow, but the ref didn't see any of it. And he still has those damn brass knuckles. And there's nothing the official can do because he can't see it. Who is this? That's Ibrahim Al-Hajjaj. He was a special ring announcer. Logan Paul sending disrespect to Ibrahim. Missed with the right with the brass knucks. And now a little payback. One crossroads for Logan Paul. And look at the intensity in the eyes of the American Nightmare with a second crossroads. of the undisputed WWE Champion, looking for one more to finish this off. And a third one connects. This is going to do it. Hooks the leg. Cody Rhodes, still the champion. Despite everything that had been done to Cody Rhodes, despite all the damage to the midsection throughout the match, the American Nightmare found the wherewithal to fight, to push through, dig deeper, because that's what the Rhodes name, the Rhodes family, is all about. Fighting for everything. And Cody Rhodes fought with everything he had. And in the end, after 3 crossroads, it was enough to keep Logan Paul down for the 3. This was a huge victory. Cody Rhodes sending a message to Logan Paul. And Cody Rhodes showing respect to Ibrahim Al-Hajjaj, who helped out a little bit in making things fair when Paul was looking for those brass knucks towards the end of this one. Ibrahim grabbed the brass knucks, or grabbed the leg from Paul so he couldn't use the brass knucks. Let's take a look at this. Crossroads again onto the announce desk. Absolutely devastating. And then Paul had the prime bottle in hand and then threw it in the crowd and spit it up in the air. The mist it in the air, and then a huge frog splash from Paul. Let's take a look at this splash one more time from a different angle in slow motion. It was picture perfect, right on the money. And then a second one in the ring. That was a beautiful frog splash from Paul, but it wasn't enough to keep the American Nightmare down for the 3. That was the big moment for Paul, thinking that he had it won. His eyes told a story that we could never tell. Then it was the low blow to Cody Rhodes that was blatant as could be, while the ref, Ryan Tran, was down. One for the brass knucks. Ibrahim got involved, grabbing the leg of Paul, saying, "No, you're not going to use those brass knucks." And then Paul kicked him back. And this helped Cody Rhodes, and it allowed Cody Rhodes to connect with that third and final crossroads for the 1, 2, and 3. And Cody Rhodes leaves Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, leaves King and Queen of the Ring as still the undisputed WWE champion. Congratulations to the American Nightmare on another successful defense of the championship. Cody Rhodes showing his respect to Ibrahim Al-Hajjaj. What a great deal of respect. And the American Nightmare now going to celebrate with the WWE Universe here in Jeddah. Logan Paul disappointed, to say the least, thinking that he had it won. But Cody Rhodes just has more willpower than Logan Paul. Cody Rhodes has been doing this far longer than the Maverick. And it showed. And good night, everybody, from Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. Whew. What a match. What a match. I appreciate you, Allie, for stopping by. All right, everybody. That was that. That was King and Queen of the Ring. Thank you, everybody, for joining me today. I am hungry as fuck. I got through that main event. Can't believe we did that. We got through it, man. We got through it. It was a great main event, by the way. Great match. Yeah. The match is recorded. It's gonna go up. Actually, I don't know what match. I'm not sure what match is gonna go up today. I'll let you guys. You guys will find out. A match from today's show is going up today, though. So with that being said, I want to end this right now because I want to get the video up as soon as I can because it needs to go up today because I don't have a video up for today yet, and I wanted to make sure I had something up, and I wanted to give you guys a match from here. So tomorrow, not today's video, but tomorrow's video, I want to say. Mark's video, no, never mind. This video will mark video number 99. Yes. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to tell you guys something, and I want to double check to make sure I get it right. What do we have? Okay, so we have 99. We have 98 videos up. Today's video will be video number 99. Tomorrow will be video number 100. 100 videos in a row. 100 videos. I posted a video every single day so far. I've given you guys everything I've had. Day in, day out. Regardless of how I'm feeling. Whether I'm hurt. Whether my body's hurt. Whether I'm not mentally all the way there. I gave it my all. I'm mentally there now. My body's hurting from training and, the ring. But, yeah. It's just sore. You know how it goes. Y'all know how it be. Anyways, I'm going to edit this video, get it up on the YouTube channel as soon as possible. You guys will see I'm actually going to post Cody Rhodes and Logan Paul tomorrow. Today is going to be the Ring General Gunther versus Randy Orton. And what a match that was. Very much deserving of video number 99. The American Nightmare Cody Rhodes versus Logan Paul. Video number 100. I do apologize. I haven't been able to record as much recently. I've been having a busy week. I'm working on I had a very busy week. I wasn't home literally at all because I was training. I was going straight from work to training this week. And then I had to bake on Wednesday. So I do apologize that there's no, old match videos going out. I do apologize that it's just all, Raw and SmackDown, what we're taking from the stream and posting it. But I still like to make sure I get you guys a video every single day. I will try and record again soon. You best believe by SummerSlam, you'll have some matches. Even definitely before then, though. I'll definitely be recording way before then. But I already have matches that I have planned out for the week of SummerSlam that are in a playlist. They're all set and ready to go. But nevertheless, hopefully we can get back to that soon. With that being said, what a fucking show, man. From top to bottom, this show delivered. Truly delivered. From opening up with Becky Lynch and Liv Morgan, there is so much story throughout this entire show with Liv Morgan and whatever's going on with Dominic Mysterio. That story's got its own thing going. To Nia Jax on her way to the women's championship, as she already let it be known that she was going to Bayley, that she was going after her championship. So that'll happen at SummerSlam. Whether Bayley's the champion by SummerSlam or not, that is yet to be seen. Gunther and Randy Orton. The damage was done to Orton's knee prior to the match, and in the end, Orton's knee cost him. Throughout the tournament, we saw Orton's knee bother him. It's been taped up, but he pushed through every single match, but he couldn't. But in the end, his knee is exactly what cost him. Gunther took advantage, got the crucifix cover, and picked up the victory, becoming the king of the ring, and now has himself a guaranteed world title match at SummerSlam. Let's not forget about the pre-show. Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair retaining the women's tag team championships against Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae. Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae, they bit off a little bit more than they could chew. Candice LeRae went up to Bianca Belair and started talking trash to her last night. And then it cost them. They bit off more than they could chew. And then Jade Cargill stepped in and said, she was like, hey, what's up? Yeah, I wouldn't mess with Jade Cargill. That's something you never want to do. Just saying. Yeah. So with that being said, and then our main event, of course, the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes versus Logan Paul, the big story. The damage was done to the midsection of the American Nightmare, but the wherewithal, Cody Rhodes pushed through even after the brass knucks to the midsection. Cody Rhodes had a hard time breathing, but he still did it anyways. Cody Rhodes pushed through because that's how much the undisputed WWE Championship means to him. He did that thing, and he is still the undisputed WWE Champion. Nonetheless, Logan Paul had a great effort, but his cockiness got the best of him. And with that, thank you all for tuning in to today's stream. Don't forget, follow me on all my socials. I am live on Twitch and YouTube right now. I stream on Twitch. Whenever I'm live, I'm on both Twitch and YouTube, youtube.com/@hypethecommentator. I post videos every single day. It varies, though. The times have been varying. I've been trying different times recently. I'm still in the early days of, the first, few months of posting every single day. So I'm always testing new things, seeing what works, what doesn't work, what times are good. So just know there's a video that's going out every single day. And yeah, and Instagram, I always post on Instagram and X. You should follow me on X at Hype Commentator. Definitely, if you want to be kept in the loop. Instagram at Hype the Commentator if you want to be kept in the loop. Those two I post on regularly. And yeah. With that, and TikTok, I've been trying to post a bit more. I got a little bit off track with everything that's been going on the last couple weeks. There's a lot of shit that's been going on with my family, and then some other stuff happened, and then my schedule's picking up. So there's a lot of things that are going on. So yeah, with that being said, thank you all for tuning into today's video. I appreciate it. All the love and support you guys have given. It means the absolute world to me. Everybody who shows up, it makes this so much more fun. I mean, I have fun already doing this because I'm recording it and posting it. I already have fun doing it. So I do apologize if I'm not responding right away to your chats while I'm recording, because I don't want that to be a part of the video. I like to have straight commentary the best I can do. So yeah, that's going to do it. I'm going to edit today's video. It's going to get posted as soon as I can get it posted. And then I will see you guys on Monday live for Monday Night Raw. And then I will see you guys again on Friday for Friday Night SmackDown. But you can always find me on YouTube, on Instagram, on Twitch, on TikTok, anytime, any place, except where TikTok isn't banned. Yeah. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. I do seriously, sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, I am so grateful for all of this. Just to be where I started to where I am now, it's nothing short of just absolute craziness. It really is. It really is. And, I make all my own overlays. I still do the overlays, still make my own overlays. They're not as intense as they once were. I don't make the board the moving border anymore. I don't do that. I like to show more of me and take the focus off of that and more of the focus on me, because that's important to me, is to have the focus on, the commentary and not everybody looking around and seeing, ooh, cool border. So, sometimes you just got to keep it simple. That's exactly what it is, man. Anyways, thank you all for all the love and support. I appreciate each and every single one of you. This is like this is the longest fucking Irish goodbye I've ever done. This is the pure definition of an Irish goodbye. With that being said, is there anybody I can raid real quick? I'm curious if there's anybody I can just go to. I'm just going to go to a smaller stream because I don't want to be I'm sick of being disrespected by big streamers who don't appreciate me. I'm really sick of it. I'm throwing it out there. Big wrestling content creators don't like Hype the Commentator. Some of them do. Some of them don't. I have been disrespected time and time again, but I'm not going to share who. But with that being said, anyways, as always, thank you all for all the love and support. Seriously, thank you guys for everything. I just like to keep talking because I know what's coming. I just gotta get today's video posted, but I like to spend a little bit of extra time. You know what I mean? So coming up next, trying to think what's coming up next. I won't be available for Clash at the Castle. It's on June 15th. I have a show that day, actually. MCW has a show that day, and I'm already putting my body through the wire in the ring, so I'm going to give it everything I've got and show up to every event that I can. This is my time to show what I, do. I'm still only recording the shows, but this is to show them that I'm serious about this shit. I'm serious about what I'm doing inside the ring. Anyways, thank you all. Have a great evening. Have a great night, and I will see you all on Monday. Catch the video coming up in a few hours. In a couple hours, it'll probably go up at like 6 o'clock. Anyways, thank you all for all the love and support. I appreciate each and every single one of you. With that being said, have a good night.